Welcome.
Hello and welcome to tonight's show on biochemical weapons. We often hear this term, but what are biochemical weapons? Who has them? And what are the potential uses and problems arising from them? What's the chemistry behind them? To help us answer this question, we have Mr. Bradley, a retired UN weapons inspector.
I'm very happy to be here, sir.
Happy to have you, Chris. And also Chem Fiesta editor, Joshua G.B. Chirac. Thanks for having me. Let's get down to business. I think the first question we'd answer is, what are biochemical weapons?
Well, personally, I prefer to go by Dr. Pearson's chart. According to his chart, known as the CBW spectrum, chemicals that fall under the categories of both weapons banned under the Chemical Weapons Convention and also the Biochemical and Toxin Weapons Convention are biochemical weapons. Substances that fall under this category include Richin, botulinum toxin, and substance P. Very true. However, oftentimes the definition is blurred. For example, you will often hear cyanide and mustard gas classified as biochemical weapons. The more widely accepted definition, the one we follow at Chem Fiesta, is involving using the toxic properties of chemical substances to kill, injure, or incapacitate an enemy. The UN has classified biochemical weapons as weapons of mass destruction.
Forgive my ignorance here, but I'm a bit confused. I personally have a large supply of Drano and other chemicals at home. What differentiates them from chemical weapons?
Well, Stu, you probably won't be using those to kill or incapacitate enemies, am I right? Please. This isn't chemist.com here. This is serious business. Back to your question, Stu. There are around 70 designated biochemical weapons that have been organized into 3 schedules. Right. Schedule 1 has few legitimate uses, like mustard gas. Schedule 2 has no large-scale industrial uses, but there are legitimate uses. Take, for example, thiodiglycol, which is a precursor to mustard gas. It is also used in making. Schedule 3 has chemicals. Schedule 3 chemicals are used in large-scale industry, like phosphagen, which is used in making plastics.
Okay, but what exactly do the chemical weapons do?
Well, at the UN, we suspected Iraq had stockpiled large amounts of one biochemical weapon, Agent 15. Its chemical name was 3-quinusindol benzylate, and it was composed of 21 carbon, 23 hydrogen, and 3 nitrate. When employed, it is colorless and odorless, and will remain in the air for many hours after development. Symptoms will include hallucinations, irrational fear, vomiting, and general confusion.
How would I prevent that from hurting me?
Well, simply getting a mask. Getting a good gas mask will protect you from this one because inhaling it harms you. But other chemicals aren't so easy to protect yourself from. Take lewisite, made up of 2 carbons, 2 hydrogen, 1 arsenic, and 3 chlorine. Even if you manage not to inhale it, large fluid-filled blisters will develop on your body, and soon after contact, even if you are wearing protective clothing such as rubber. Another interesting fact about lewisite is it was developed by America in the 1900s, but when it became obsolete, it was mixed with bleach and dumped into the Gulf of Mexico. Chemical weapons are difficult to dispose of and can hurt the environment, or even humans. In 2006, residents of China have died from exposure to abandoned stockpiles of lewisite.
Sounds like a problem to me. So who has these weapons?
Well, countries like Iran, Nigeria, Libya, and North Korea are known to have stockpiles of these weapons. Although a lot of countries possess them, the Chemical Weapons Convention was signed by many nations, and it is a promise to not use chemical weapons and agree to inspections.
Wow, these weapons sound really dangerous.
Yes, they are. But I think that we are making progress in eliminating them. Just recently in April, India eliminated its whole stockpile.
Should everyone be worried about being attacked by biochemical weapons?
No, not at all. The chance of being the victim of a biochemical weapon attack is very low.
So what do you think about the future of biochemical weapons?
Well, I think while steps are being taken to eliminate them, they are always going to be a problem, especially in terms of terrorism. In Japan, a subway was attacked with sarin gas and ended up killing a few travelers, and a small terrorist group did this. It is very easy to manufacture some of these substances, and almost nations have the ability to make biochemical weapons in some form. I do think we are seeing nations being more responsible about that, especially with the signing of the Chemical Weapons Convention, which outlaws the production of chemical weapons. As of right now, 188 states are a part of it, and it is abbreviated as the CWC. Hopefully, as time goes on, we will see less and less use of biochemical weapons.
Well, that's all the time we have. Thanks for joining us. It was a pleasure to have you join us for this show.
No problem.
The pleasure is all mine.
Stay classic, third period.
Yes.
My name is Nicky. You can call me Dre.